right, St. Cloud Media Briefing, Coach Motzko. We got defenseman Daly, forward Benik. Questions?
Bob, we've talked all year about the process and how you guys have been concentrating on just improving the little aspects of your game, and it certainly seems like things have come together for you in the last 3 to 4 weeks.
A little longer than that, too. I really think since Christmas. We've got more comfortable how we have to play. I think we used to want to open it up a little bit and more than we're able to this year, so we had to play a much more complete team game. And you know what? A lot of our guys have gotten better. It's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to improve and hit new levels, and we've gotten better.
Is there a particular time around Christmas time you can think of a turning point?
What do you think?
Seems like a while ago now.
We were getting better. I mean, the series when we got back, it was a little bit later after Denver. We got swept out there, and we came back and had a little bit of an attitude adjustment, and our leaders said enough, and we've really been going pretty strong since then.
Yeah, the way you guys responded, I mean, it would have been easy for you to get frustrated. You seem to carry a lot of the offensive momentum through the first half of the first period, and then they get the first goal.
Yeah.
And then you responded pretty quickly and then seize the lead right before the break.
You start to know your team. We came ready to play tonight, and even on the bench, you could hear them. We're fine, and they continue to go on. And then we make 2 late plays, but from the get-go, we came with a real strong frame of mind tonight. And number 1 goal was to have a very solid first period. The last couple of times we played North Dakota, we fell down 3-0, 3-0, and then made it close at the end. But we had to fight and bring the play to them in the first period. I think our guys did a great job of that.
Tim, talk a little bit about you guys defensively tonight. What were some things that you guys felt like you did well in your own end?
I thought we boxed out real well. North Dakota, they like to throw a lot of pucks towards the net, and I know we had a little bit of trouble the last time we played them, and we did a good job with that. And our forwards did a great job defensively. Hats off to them, and the whole D corps was working hard. It was great to see.
Try to describe that last minute of the first period, because you guys are down and you guys are out on that shift. What were you guys kind of thinking on that shift at the end of that period?
I mean, obviously you want to have strong start to periods and strong endings. So I mean, I think the puck went up to Prowl there, and he wrapped it around to Brody, and he had good patience with the puck. He went behind the net and found Morley come down in the slot. So I mean that started it off there, and then obviously a mistake by their defenseman where he took a slap shot, his own player, and we were able to break out right away, and with 10-15 seconds left, and we had a couple lucky bounces, and it came back to me backdoor, and I think McIntyre was a little out of the net. So I mean it was fortunate for us, and yeah, like I said, you just want to have strong starts periods and finish strong as well.
That puck bounced off that defenseman. It looked like it almost kind of caught him a couple of times before it got to you.
Yeah, I think it probably bounced off both defensemen, hit Russell. I mean, it bounced off everything before it came back to me. So.
Tim, it seemed like you guys were blocking a lot of shots, especially after Keaton scored from the point. It seemed like you guys were making an active effort to prevent that puck from getting in low from the point.
No, I agree. We do it in practice too. It's kind of been a mantra with this team, and we don't let anyone off the hook if they don't block a shot. So everyone's going to get in the lane whenever they have the opportunity to.
Bob, you guys are in the NCAAs now. It looks like I can't find any scenario where you're not in the tournament at this point. 6 of 18.
Are you the official
No.
announcer of this?
No,
so
I'm not.
We
but
go public with your name on this.
Well,
I have no idea if what you just said is true.
It looks.
I don't have a clue if it is true.
It looks like it. Well, anyway, it looks like.
We have been playing. We got to win to get in. We got to win to get in, and we weren't, because we were behind. And you know what? It ain't gonna end unless I get a call from who's the grand poobah that tells you if you're in or not. We'll thank you for telling us, but I don't trust it yet.
I'll tell you, you're in. Go ahead.
Bob, there have been a couple games against North Dakota the past few years where you've really limited their offensive zone time and generating chances. What have you done well in those games against them tonight?
I'll bet if you go back, and we had a good first period. I mean, they play so, you know, it's their calling card. They're such a good hockey team, and they want to come out and dictate it early and get a lead and then smother you. And you have got to meet the challenge, and you got to respect that. You know, everyone. They raise it at a real high level to get started. Their coaching staff does a tremendous job to have that team year in, year out do that. And we have to counter that. You got to, you know, you're not able to do it every time. We're able to counter it. We got a lead on them a few years back at the final five, and right away we took it to them, and then they came back. Tonight we held block of shots. I mean, after that one got through, the guys on the bench were screaming, "Not another one gets through," and that was these guys selling out.
You had a lot of times where you had all 5 guys around the net. I mean, when they came in the third period, you guys had everything protected. They could only shoot from the outside. I mean, it was a flawless game in your zone, I thought. You guys played with such poise in your own end.
We, John, that's one of the, you know, changes that we've had to make from, you know, I think safe to say we've kind of been known as an offensive team and push tempo, and we're a good offensive team. We're not a great one. We're a good one. We had to become a very, very strong defensive team if we were going to have success and move forward. And credit our goalie has really come into his own as a #1 goalie, and our guys are buying in. And, you know, they're buying into getting back and playing defense, and if you do that, you can lead to more offense. We're just running out of season because I think we're playing our best hockey this last month and a half, and you want it to keep going.
The games at Omaha, were they as good as, did your team play as well as they did tonight?
Not on Friday. Saturday we did.
So has this been a habit now, you guys? Would you say the team is playing at a peak of the season right now?
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I mean, like Coach said, I mean, the last month and a half has gone very well for us, and we're playing with the mentality of we need to win, and like he said, I mean, guys are buying in. So I mean, it obviously wasn't the start of the season we wanted, but we've turned around here as of late.